Yo, 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 what is up? We are back, Hoops and Brews. First and foremost, I know it's July 4th weekend, so I hope all of y'all are having a good July 4th weekend, a safe July 4th weekend. Yeah. Secondly, I think the last pod we did was during the draft. So it's been about like a week, I want to say, since we potted. I have a guest today. I want to intro this guest by saying last time we hung out, we had a very extensive argument on the streets of New York for like 2 hours about basketball. He told me he wanted to come on the podcast, so I got my man on the podcast. I'm bringing my man's in. My man Pitt, bro. What's good, bro? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? Yeah, last time we spoke was at shameless plug outside of my man O's restaurant, Omar's Kitchen on 29A Clinton Street in the LES.
Yes.
Go out there, best Caribbean food in the tri-state area. I would say
that's fair. Thoroughly enjoyed the jerk wings I had.
Yeah. You was saying a lot of reckless shit.
You was saying a lot of reckless shit.
Your takes are always kind of nuts. And again, I'm privy to them because we follow someone mutual Hall.
Yes.
Shout out to Big Waz as well. So like Waz will always retweet. I'm like, yo, who's this Pavy guy with the boots on talking about the most reckless NBA takes about players? I'm like, who is this guy? So when Paul was like, yo, this is my man Pavy, I'm like, oh nah, me and this guy got a lot to talk about.
Facts. But I want to get into it. Free agency, obviously NBA. It's been a lot of stuff going on in free agency. A lot of moves. What moves do you that you've seen that you like? What moves don't you like? What moves don't make sense to you? What have you seen? And like, what's your outlook? I'm way too early to tell. What's your outlook for next season with some of the things that have been going down?
That's easy. Well, I'm a Steph stan.
So of course. Here you go.
Back to back. The one that I like the most is actually the Hawks.
DeJounte Murray.
Yeah, DeJounte Murray. And they got rid of, like, in my opinion, like dead weight. I still think they got moves to make. I guess the one I don't care for the most is Minnesota.
I knew you were gonna say that. I actually do like that move though.
Of course you do.
But look, listen, here's why I actually like that move, right? Number one, Rudy Gobert obviously has been arguably, whatever you want to say, one of the best. No, he's been one of the best defenders in the NBA over the past decade.
Over Draymond?
I say one of the best.
Okay, cool. Okay.
One of the best. If you want to go Draymond, you want to go Giannis, you want to go whatever, Rudy is in
that.
Giannis
would probably be one, and then I put Dre too, because they've done on the biggest stage, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
That's fine. I have no issue with that. But Rudy is in that. Rudy is in that class.
Right.
You realize he's never played with a person who's made an all defensive team, ever.
Yeah, because you told him play defense.
Exactly. So he's anchored top defenses himself. He finally has people who will not be turnstiles in front of him.
Yeah, but my issue with Gobert is he's a one-way player, right?
That's no problem. I actually disagree with that. Offensive rebounds in an offense. He's probably the best screen setter in the
screen setter
in the league. What you mean? Screens, brother. Screens don't matter. You watch the fucking Warriors. Screens don't matter. Kevon Looney. Whoa.
Well, we're not doing this. No.
Why?
Like the Warriors are just all they do is set screens. That's
they set a lot of screens.
They set screens. That's part of the game. That's not all they do.
I didn't say it was all they do. I just said Kevon Looney is one of the best screen setters in the NBA. Are we lying? Am I?
I'm shout out to the Warriors for bringing back Looney. I'm tight with Lost Porter and GP2. David Lee, and hopefully this doesn't get to Steph because hopefully one day I do interview that man. David Lee, I'm happy you're no longer on the team. Thank you for no longer being on the team. Thank you. Enjoy the Suns when they get KD.
I mean, but the Warriors, I think they have Moses Moody, they have Kuminga, like they have some guys.
Yeah, our young boys is test for the young boys. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I wanted GP2 and Otto. I just feel like their contribution is gonna be missed. But I still got to repeat. It doesn't really matter, honestly.
That's fair. But yeah, like again, I personally like the Minnesota move. Now, granted, does that make them a championship contender? I don't know about all that.
Chip next year, Pat.
Probably the Bucks, if they can stay healthy.
Or
I mean, look at the moves Boston made. Boston very well might be back. They added Malcolm Brogdon, which I think was a great pickup for them. They added Gallinari, which I think was a really good pickup for them. They added more scoring that they didn't have last year. They also have an actual fucking point guard, which I did think, which is one thing that I thought was missing during the finals. I think you saw Tatum have too many ball handling responsibilities too far away from the basket.
You know, in the game of basketball, you do have to dribble.
Yes, but like he's dribbling from 26 feet away into people, and like again, you're not a.
Marcus Smart was their facilitator. What happened to that nonsense?
What's up?
I thought Marcus Smart was their facilitator. What happened?
Yeah,
To
but I mean, yeah, he can facilitate, but not for a whole game.
that?
Like I don't want Marcus Smart making all the point guard decisions for my basketball team throughout an entire season, throughout a whole playoff run. That's not what I want.
If the Celtics played the Suns, forget the Suns. If the Celtics played the Mavs, who wins that finals?
The Celtics.
If the Celtics played the Suns, who wins that finals?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I'll probably give it to the Celtics.
That to me is a 7-game series.
I think losing to arguably the greatest player in this generation is making the Celtics kind of overreact. I'm not mad at the Brogdon pick. I'm not mad at that at all. But I just feel like they just went up against a juggernaut and they lost. You know what I'm saying? But if they would have played,
that was not a juggernaut of a Warriors team. But I feel you.
Say that again.
That was not a juggernaut of a Warriors team.
I'm saying, yo, bro,
that's fair.
Again, I'm obsessed with narratives. I'm obsessed with ESPN reporters and FS1 reporters, and none of them had Warriors winning the chip, except for me, obviously.
I mean, I had the Warriors in 6-2. I just thought that they were. I thought Boston was too dumb to win. I just thought Boston was too dumb to win. I think Boston had the better. I think Boston arguably had the better team, top to bottom. I think obviously the main difference was obviously Steph Curry, Jason Tatum. Right. But as far as outside of every other position, I think arguably the Celtics had a better guy man for man. But I just don't think that they were smart enough. And when you even look at the mistakes they made, like you turn the ball over 20 times, you're not rebounding. Tatum shooting 22% from 2. Like you're not winning the series like that, bro.
Tatum had his Braun in 2011 moment.
He did
in 2016 moment. Again, that's a 2016. I try not to even talk about because my guy did fail, but it is what it is. Do I think Boston can get back? Sure. I love Giannis. Giannis is my second favorite player in the league. Third is D-Book. So I've seen Warriors versus Bucks in the finals every year for the past, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So that's always going to be my top 2 picks. But if Celtics get back, I wouldn't be surprised, especially the way they absolutely babied Kevin Durant in the first round. Well, can we talk about Kevin Durant at some point? We can talk about
we can go right into Kevin Durant because I want your opinions on it because I have thoughts on Kevin Durant and his trade value. I don't think Kevin Durant's trade value is as high as other people think Kevin Durant's trade value is in 2022. But we can get into it.
Quick shout out to my man Rick, who's a big KD fan. Me and him argue all the time about this guy. Okay, so my thing with Kevin Durant, do you think Kevin Durant's a fraud? Let's just start there.
No, I mean he's first. But I mean, but what do you mean by a fraud? Like, what is the definition of a fraud? What do you mean by that?
After the 2017-2018 finals, right?
Okay.
We call him the best player on the planet.
I never thought that personally.
Me and you both. But people saying he's the best player on the planet, and I'm thinking, okay, so he joined the team that beat him with the team that won one before him. He made them unstoppable. But how is he playing on a team if he's on a team that's already he's playing with another MVP? You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Gets injured 2019. The Warriors get to the finals without him. They lose in 6 to the Raptors. Congrats to Kawhi. Shout out to my man Q. Okay, so now he goes to the Nets, his own team, right? He's injured, doesn't play the first year. Last year, they played, I forgot and they made a trade. Was it in the middle of the season for Harden?
Yeah, it was like around I want to say February when they made that deal. I think.
Right, he's trying to. I don't remember the exact dates, but he tried to cheat the system like Braun did in Miami. Right, gets to the second round, loses Kyrie game 3 and Harden game 1. Has a miraculous. I think it was game 4 when he just carried the team on his back.
Game five.
Sorry, game 5. Game 6 they lost, and then game 7, right? He has a decent game, and in overtime he scored 0 points.
He scored 0 points. People fucking forget. Like they talk about the toe on the line. There was an overtime. There was a whole overtime that got played. Overtime did happen.
He got babied in overtime of that game.
Overtime happened.
So let's move on to this year. Kyrie, and Kyrie, I do respect you, but bro, you're a head coach. Kyrie doesn't play. Harden plays. KD gets injured. That's fine. When the playoffs started, I contacted a few KD fans I know and said, look, what's the excuse if the Nets lose this series? No way they lose and they go into the chip. KD got his guy. He got Kyrie. I said, all right, no problem. I had Celtics in 6. After game 1, I'm like, the Celtics are sweeping. So not only do you get swept in the first round, your former teammate beats that same team in 6 games. So not only you can't carry your own team, that's evidence. Now, instead of doubling back, you want to leave? How does anyone respect this nigga? Can we curse on him?
Yeah, you curse.
How the fuck does anyone respect this guy? The 2 teams he wants to play with are the number 1 teams in the conference.
Kind of weak. It's kind of weak.
Kind of. If LeBron did that after the 2019 season, he'll be getting crushed.
The thing about LeBron is, at least he leaves in free agency. Like, at least he leaves in free agency.
One of my topics.
You want a trade. You want to be traded to Phoenix.
Right. One of my topics today is my growing respect for LeBron. I was never a LeBron fan.
Wow.
I thought leaving Cleveland in 2011 for Miami was a weak move, right?
Why was it weak?
I just felt like if he would have stayed in Cleveland, and he in my opinion, he was going to win them a chip. It just wasn't going to be in 2011. You know what I'm saying? I think I like players that stay with their team. That's why obviously Jordan is my GOAT. Steph is number 2 on my list. Number 3 is Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I think staying with your team and never leaving and building your team.
You know, Kobe did request a trade though. Like, he literally said, "I want to leave in 2000." He was like literally the only reason he was not on the Chicago Bulls is because Luol Deng. It's because they didn't want to trade Luol Deng, and he wanted to play with Luol Deng. That's the only reason he's not a Chicago Bull. Just want to throw that out there.
Which is fine. But if he got traded, he would have been knocked down on my list. I have Duncan high on my list. What is Duncan on my list? He might be 5 or 6. I don't have.
Wait. This is your all-time great. So you have Steph Curry as the 3rd best player of all time?
Well, I have Steph as the 2nd greatest player of all time.
You have Steph as the 2nd greatest player of all time?
I have Kobe 3.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
You have Steph Curry as the 2nd greatest basketball player to ever touch basketball.
Let me ask you a question. When he was in Davidson, did anyone think this guy was going to change the landscape of basketball forever?
No, but I think Steph Curry gets entirely too much credit for changing the landscape of basketball. It was already changing. Did you not see the 2014 Spurs? Did you not see the 2014 Spurs? They played possibly the best team ball anyone ever played. Did you not see the it was changing already. He did not single-handedly change the way basketball is played. I think he gets way too much credit for that. It was changing already.
Were centers shooting 3-pointers in 2014, Pat?
Yes, some of them.
Some
of them shoot it now, not all of them.
Now all.
No, don't shoot threes.
Remember the grit and grind of the Memphis Grizzlies. Remember them? They were the grit and grind team.
Marcus Gasol could shoot, though. Marcus Gasol could shoot. Zach Randolph had a midi as well.
Zach Randolph
had a midi.
Got kicked out of the league.
Zach Randolph was 40.
Come on.
Zach, what? Hold on. What year did Zach Randolph get drafted? Zach Randolph, I'm Googling it right now. Zach Randolph was drafted in first of all, he's 40-year-old right now. His career ended in 2019, meaning he was 38. Zach Randolph got drafted in the 2001 NBA draft. Do you really want to say he got kicked out the league? Is that where you want to take this, my brother? Kicked out the league? He's 40.
Steph Curry made the big man almost irrelevant. Now the big men are having a resurgence.
Giannis is not a big man.
Is Giannis? Is Giannis your traditional center? No.
He's first of all, he's not a center. He's a power forward.
Okay. He's a big man that doesn't play traditional back to the basket, right?
Okay.
Tim Duncan played with his back to the basket in 2014.
Okay.
The same team you're credited for changing the landscape.
Wait. Tim Duncan wouldn't be good right now. Tim Duncan couldn't play right now.
I think Tim Duncan what year was the best first team, in your opinion? The best first team. Was it 2014?
Arguably, it's the year when Zaza Pachulia became a mercenary on Kawhi. Arguably.
Hey,
I think.
I'll give you that.
Wait. They were up 24 points in that game.
They would have lost game 1.
They would at least win 6.
No, that game would have won 5.
Okay, so we're gonna line that. That's fine.
So I don't say 2019 is the best Spurs. I'll say 2014. People say 2014 is the best Spurs team. The Warriors are.
This is literally what I'm not saying this. Yes, what the fuck you about to say about Larry Bird? 3 straight MVPs. When the fuck Steph Curry with 3 straight MVPs? What are we doing right now?
How many championships does Larry Bird have?
What is it, 3?
How many all-time top 75 players did he play with in the 80s?
Would they be top 75 if they didn't play with Larry Bird?
Can you answer my question? Just answer my question. How many top 75 players is on the current Warriors roster?
What? Current Warriors roster?
Yeah, how many top 75 players is on the Warriors?
Because you did the list right now, bro. If you do the top 100 in fucking 25 years,
Clay's
going to be on there and Dre's going to be on there. Am I lying about that? No, literally. Because in 25 years, no, listen, in 25 years, the only reason Clay and Dre aren't on there is because their careers are still going. And I have issues with the fucking top 75 list in the first fucking place.
What's your issue with the top 75 list?
Dame Lillard shouldn't be on there.
Agreed.
It's too early. Anthony Davis shouldn't be on there. It's too early.
Anthony Davis
Those people on there too early.
Anthony Davis overrated and Dame Lillard overrated. But that's
fair. But yes, but how many of them are on that list because of him? And I think it was just Parrish and Mikhail. Because I don't think Dennis Johnson made the list, did he?
Is he not? You got your computer in front of you. You could check. I think he is on the top 10. I think. Also, we can.
Travis.
I would argue Magic as well.
Magic what?
Over Steph.
Oh yeah, I mean, duh.
You have Magic over Steph.
Yes, I have Steph Curry as the second greatest point guard ever.
Who did Magic play with?
Gee, why do we keep doing this?
No, because Kareem.
They also played with him. Do you remember the Lakers teams before Magic Johnson got there? When the guards couldn't get the ball past half court? You know Kareem missed the playoffs as a Laker. That did happen.
Where do you have Kareem on your all-time list? If he's even on there. I don't know.
Second.
So the second greatest player of all time.
Arguably best. I have Magic, fourth?
Wait. So like
he arguably has the best basketball resume out of
right. So like there's like all right. So like I'm trying to think of a great analogy. Like to me, Jay-Z to me. Like when people like Jay-Z's name should never be mentioned, right? Ever, right? Like he's number one ever. Like there's no argument, right?
People argue it, by the way, but okay.
Have we not?
I'm just saying. Another
pod. We can argue over another pod.
I'm just saying. People will argue that. I'm just saying. People will argue it. That's all I'm saying. People will argue it.
Braun in your list.
Third.
You have Braun third.
Yes. Behind Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Who's fourth?
Magic Johnson.
Fifth?
Bill Russell.
You seen him play?
What is that? Yes. Actually, yes. I have watched mad footage on Bill Russell. The Olympic level athlete. I've watched full Bill Russell games. Yes. They're on NBA TV all the time.
My father could have been in the league in 1950, whenever.
That's not true. How tall is your dad?
He's shorter than me, and I'm short.
No, he couldn't have been in the league.
Please. Okay, so you have Bill Russell. Okay, who's sixth? This is like ridiculous.
Actually, I think I put Tim Duncan 6 or something like that. I actually
wrote it down. So you do respect Tim Duncan. I mean, my God.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
I haven't heard Shaq yet. I haven't heard Kobe yet.
Because Kobe is like lower in my like 8 to 10.
Is Steph not your top 10?
No.
What does Steph have to do to get your top 10?
Huh?
What does Steph have to do to be your top 10?
Win another MVP or win one more ring. If he wins one more ring, I have no issue putting him in my top 10.
One with the same amount of rings as Steph.
He has 4 MVPs. What are we doing?
So 4 MVPs means your top 3.
How many people got 4 MVPs? I think just Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan and Kareem.
And Kareem has
what? Kareem has like 6, I think, or something like that.
So MVPs, you rate MVPs.
What the fuck do you mean? It's an MVP award. Yes.
Oh, I'm asking. I'm telling you. I'm asking.
Yes.
Where do you have Kevin Durant on your list? You have him
like 15 to 20.
20. Wow.
15 to 20, somewhere in there range. I don't actually have KD. Again, I don't think the same of KD that other people think the same of KD. I'm somebody looking back on it. I don't know if you could ever build a championship team around Kevin Durant, and a lot of that is because of his play style.
Why don't you think he wants to run it back with the Nets?
Number one, Kyrie. Like, granted, again, they're friends, whatever, but I don't know if he knew playing with Kyrie meant all of this. 2, I do think he's being a little bit bratty. Like, oh, you didn't want to sign my mans, so now I just want to trade. Also, he also might realize he's about to be 34 years old?
30, yeah, I think he is 34.
Yeah, so he's coming off weight, but he gets basically injured every single year at this point. He misses at least 20 or 30 games every single year. He's coming off a whole Achilles injury. Like, number one, he's lost a step, clearly. I don't know what he's like. That Boston shit was losing a step.
Steph broke his hand 2 years
ago. That's a fucking hand, bro.
Oh. The greatest shooter of all time.
Steph lost a step. He's just still cold. He lost a step. He used to be way quicker back in the day. Am I lying about this? He used to be way quick. He used to be way quicker.
In that game 4.
Yeah, he was fucking him up in game 4, which is why I still haven't forgiven Tatum for watching Steph do that and then proceeding to do nothing.
Okay, so I think I want to talk about Tatum too, but we'll stay on the Durant thing. So my thing with Durant is he's a fraud. He's overrated. He's always been a fraud. I respected him in OKC. As a Warriors fan, when we lost to LeBron, I wanted them to go back and try again. You know what I'm saying? But they got Kevin Durant, and you can check my chats. Was I happy? Sure, but I probably was like, damn, I already know what this is gonna do. This is gonna cast a shadow over Steph. You know what I'm saying? Because all I care about Steph.
Did you hear Draymond say that they would have won without KD again?
Yeah, but Draymond, who's a turncoat and a clutch agent,
wow,
is friends with Durant, and he's trying to save face.
You don't believe him though?
No, I don't.
So you think
this is my honest belief. I think 2016, 2018, it would have been 1-1. I think 2016 they lost. Fine. 2017, either the Cavs would have repeated or the Warriors would have won.
You know, the Cavs got better, right? That's something, right?
They got better.
They got better. That team's offense was better than the other team. That series should have went 6, by the way. They were a Kyle Korver missed shot away from it going 6 games. And you had a healthy Kyrie for the whole season.
Doesn't get suspended. What happens in that series?
Who?
If Draymond doesn't get suspended, what happens to that series?
It wasn't just Draymond though. They played 3 games after that.
Iggy got injured as well. Bogut got injured, but I'm not.
They played 3 games after that. Like why do we forget that they had 2 other games to win that?
If Draymond doesn't get it,
they probably win the series.
They probably win. That's my point. Draymond was saying Steph didn't know how to score. The nigga just averaged 30 and won an MVP unanimously.
They played 2. Whoa. We also know how like Steph didn't struggle in the playoffs damn near until this season. He used to struggle before he put on weight and couldn't be just moved around anymore. He used to have moments in which he struggled.
No.
What do you mean? Did you not see the Rocket series?
He scored 33 points in the second half.
He did do that. How did it get to that point?
2016, I think it was the second round against Portland when he came back from an injury. Or was it the second round against Portland?
Portland played no defense. That's fine.
You can make your excuses if you like.
Yeah, okay.
Steph Curry comes off the bench and proceeds to drop 40. I think he dropped 15 in overtime. Now, this is a person Draymond said has trouble scoring.
He does.
No, he
used to.
What does that mean?
In isolation situations,
MVP.
Listen, in isolation situations, he used to have some trouble scoring because he was not muscular enough and could still be kind of sort of pushed around.
Okay.
Now, hold on, wait. Now,
had the Cavaliers down 3-1 in the finals.
Did he have the Cavaliers down 3-1, or did the Warriors as a whole have the Cavaliers down 3-1?
My brother in Christ. Check those.
First of all, Draymond might have won Finals MVP if they win that game.
In Game 7? No question.
No, I'm talking about for the whole series.
Nah, in Game 7, Draymond had a remarkable game.
He had the best game out of any Warrior the whole series.
I can't even argue that.
He had the best game out of any Warrior the whole series.
Anyway, I'm not. That's okay. If that's
really.
See, this is not hard for Steph, yo, because all y'all do is try to discredit that man's legacy.
I only named, the league has been around 75 years. I only said it's 10 people that play basketball better than Steph Curry.
So you have him 11?
Yeah, 11.
You have Shaq in your top 10?
Yeah, he's in there.
Kobe's in, I guess, 9, 10?
Yeah, somewhere like that.
See,
listen. If he wins another ring or another MVP, I'm not mad at you putting him over Kobe.
If he wins another MVP but doesn't win a chip, he's top 10.
Yeah, that's 3 MVPs. That's crazy.
I guess. So
how many people went?
We have Nash. He has 2 MVPs back to back. Who's Nash?
No rings. Somewhere like 20 to 30.
Wow.
He also never made an all defensive team too.
Neither has Steph.
Yeah, but again,
That means nothing to me.
I can't. That's why I have Duncan so high. He's made, I think, what 14 all defensive team. I think it is.
So you don't have where do you have Giannis?
See, Giannis is tricky because it's very early, but I don't mind putting Giannis top 20.
Fans or whoever's listening.
No, look, top 20, top 20. I don't even know right now. There's enough if there's 20 people with a better basketball resume than Giannis.
Is his resume better than Kevin Durant?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's better than Kevin Durant. Yes.
Thank you, God.
Yes. 2-time MVP, all defensive player, championship. Yes, it's better than Kevin Durant.
On a team he built from scratch.
I don't even care about that. It's still better.
So you don't count building a team from nothing. That means nothing to you.
Listen. Here goes the thing with
didn't make the playoffs last year. They want to chip the next year. That doesn't happen often.
Because they were hurt, and they also added a whole bunch of pieces. Literally, they got rid of everyone who was a negative net rating and replaced them. That's why Kelly Oubre isn't there.
And don't forget the great Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, he's not there anymore. Jordan Poole stepped up. Like, get it? They like the Warriors were always going to be.
No one saw Jordan Poole coming.
No, I saw Jordan Poole being a good.
I didn't see him coming to that this year. I didn't.
I mean, coming into what he did this year, no, but I saw Jordan Poole being a good player,
being an all-star starter. What are we talking? Come on,
hold on, wait. You can go back in my tweets. I always fucked with Andrew Wiggins. I always thought Andrew Wiggins was a very good basketball player. I think the only thing that was wrong with Andrew Wiggins was he got picked number 1. So you look at number 1 picks and like, oh, he's not an MVP, so he failed. I never thought Andrew Wiggins was a bad basketball player.
Do you credit LeBron for making his teammates better?
Depends on the person. I think like I think LeBron and Biggs can sometimes compromise them, but I think a guy like Kyrie was the perfect pairing for LeBron.
I agree with that. And
so it like depends on the teammate.
So do you give Steph the same credit for making his team better?
The reason that I will say that is because Steph, so his positions is like all about floor spacing, obviously, right? Point guard. Your shots are going to come from usually, in theory, free throw line and out. Steph Curry is the best shooter I've personally ever seen.
Probably, which is sick.
I was going to say, here's what I was going to say probably. Because one, he is giving the freedom to shoot whatever the fuck. I don't know what.
But he's earned.
He has earned it. But again, the game is different. The game was at a different place. I don't know what would have happened if we let Larry Bird take fucking 10 threes a game. I have no idea what would have happened. I don't know what would have happened.
Okay.
I mean, but my point is, he is the best. So again, he lets other people play their actual position. LeBron, with the way he plays game of basketball, which is kind of what's wrong with the Lakers right now. The way he plays game of basketball is, if he's at the top of the key, that means your point guard has to be somewhere else who's used to being at the top of the key. So depending on the player, yes, he can compromise that person sometimes.
With LeBron, like LeBron's game, he has the ball, he's moving, and everyone's just kind of waiting to catch the ball and shoot it. I think with Kyrie, and here's the crazy part, I think Kyrie Irving is immensely overrated. However, I do want him to get to the Lakers because when they fail.
Why do you think he's overrated?
Okay, so.
First of all, wait. Where do you perceive people rate Kyrie, and why do you think he's overrated?
People say Kyrie. Who was it? Was it Tracy McGrady that said them two are the most skilled basketball players ever?
Yeah, but you gotta understand, T-Mac is a one-on-one guy. Like, look at how T-Mac plays game of basketball, and you know why he loved Kyrie Irving.
And Tracy McGrady, and my man Kemp is gonna hate this because he's a big Tracy McGrady fan. Tracy McGrady never seen the second round of the playoffs.
This is true. Now, granted, he would have if Grant Hill was there. Grant Hill being hurt through a monkey with. I
don't live in that land of ifs.
I'm just saying. He came to Orlando. Listen.
National television. I can't wait to get to the second round. And
he proceeded to lose 3 straight games.
The pro was like, you haven't won yet. He said, yeah, we have. They proceeded to lose 3 straight
games. That happened.
So Tracy McGrady.
To the Pistons?
I forgot who it was.
Pistons. LeBron was in the crowd, actually. Funny as shit. I watched that game recently, actually. When he dunked on Okoye, LeBron was in the crowd. It's funny as shit, but continue.
But yeah, so like, that's the reason why I'm saying, because I think Kyrie thinks, well, because I can dribble the ball really nice, I'm great. I think I'm great in the NBA. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Can he dribble really great? Sure. Is this the Harlem Globetrotters? No. Is this Rucker Park? No. In the game of basketball, he's overrated. He cannot carry a team. He can't even be a good number 2.
He could be a good number 2. Stop that. Like, come on.
Why did they get swept in? Why did they get swept in the first round?
First of all, that team as a whole wasn't a good basketball team.
Come on, no.
It wasn't. They didn't play no defense. They played zero defense.
Why did everyone have them in the finals?
I never had them in the finals. Fuck everybody. Everybody is dumb. Now, if Ben Simmons is there, that's a different basketball team.
Ben Simmons. And I like Ben.
What are we doing? If Ben Simmons is there, that is a different that gives that would have given them a different dynamic than what they had. You are talking about arguably outside of Gary Payton, he might be the best guard defender ever. Arguably. Gary Payton, Dennis Johnson, Sidney Moncrief.
What about Drew Holiday?
He's up there. Holiday's up there. But again, that's the era we're talking about Ben Simmons in. He's a great playmaker, and he's still one of the best transition players in the game.
The reason why the Nets would have still got swept if Ben
they wouldn't have got swept with Ben Simmons.
Offense. Ben Simmons offensively is putrid.
No, that's no. See, you cannot average 8 assists and be putrid offensively. Assists ain't offense. I'm asking you a question. And he still averages, hold on.
Assist is offense.
He still averages like 16 points.
I'm not arguing that. In I think it was game 3, Kevin Durant and Kyrie scored 16 points in that game. 16 points.
16 points. I don't think they scored 16 points the whole game.
You have a computer in front of you, my brother. Please look it up. My brother in Christ, please look it up.
I will look it up. Looking now.
I look at Durant, mostly Durant, with a keen eye because I was there when they was crowning him for those Warriors championships. And I told myself, I say, when this guy leaves, and I was happy he left in 2019. When this guy leaves, he's going to get exposed. And that's exactly what happened to him this year. Last year, I'm not going to fault him too much, even though they did lose in game 7.
By the way, off subject, also, our offense wasn't the issue. They lost every game by like 4 or 5 points. If they could have guarded them, they would have won. They just couldn't guard them. So Brooklyn could get away. So the Celtics could get away with doing that dumbass basketball that they was doing because they couldn't guard them. If they could have just guarded them.
Well, you're discrediting the Celtics. Okay, so the Celtics ran through a gauntlet in the East, right? They went through the Nets, who was everyone's finals pick to win the.
I don't care about everyone. They went through a 7th seed. They were the 7th seed. They were the 7th seed for a reason.
They were 7th seed because of injury. Like if Kyrie played the whole year and Kevin Durant played the whole year, they would have been the 1 or 2 seed. Like we can be honest about that. You know what I'm saying? Like before KD went out, they were the 1st seed. They were the 1 seed.
But there's no world that we've ever seen Kyrie Irving play a whole year. Like we've never seen that.
Which is he played with 11 games at Duke, something like that.
Like there's no world in which we've literally ever seen Kyrie Irving play a whole year.
Traded to the Lakers?
Huh?
You think he gets traded to the Lakers?
I mean, like, so if he does, so
you're trying to tell me you have Braun 3rd on your list. Now remember that. Yeah, so we have
40.
You have and he's still playing.
Okay, but also again, wait, real quick. I am somebody who thinks that the issue with the Lakers is play style. I don't think it has anything to do with the pieces. I think they have the pieces to be a good team. Do I think they can be a championship team? No, unless Anthony Davis takes some leap to being a person. Huh?
Do you count the bubble ring?
Yes, everybody had the same circumstances and they won. So yes, I count it. Everybody was there in Orlando. They happened to win. The Clippers was up 3-1, dancing on the sidelines with their family, proceeded to lose 3 straight games. Yes, I count the bubble.
I don't count that Mickey Mouse ring. But if you want to count
the bubble ring,
if you want
hey, everybody went down there with the same circumstances. One team won. That was the Los Angeles Lakers. But again, I am somebody who doesn't think that the issue with the Lakers is the pieces. I think they just play the game of basketball wrong. You traded for Russell Westbrook to put him in the corner. What the fuck are you doing?
Who wanted Russell Westbrook on their team? Was it Braun?
To put him in the corner. What are you doing, LeBron James? You should be playing the 4. You should actually be playing power forward right now.
And that doesn't hurt his legacy last year? Doesn't hurt his legacy?
Like, he's already solidified at this point.
He's solidified at this point.
They should have made.
He has nothing to gain. He has nothing to gain.
I mean, yeah, if you keep winning, yeah, but like, he's 38 years old and past his prime. He won a ring past his prime. The bubble ring was past LeBron James' prime.
I think 33 is high for LeBron, personally, but that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, you can put Magic over him. You can put Gobert over him.
I try to make a top 10 list without that guy, but You
can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
I have him probably the bottom. I don't know, maybe 7.
Whatever, he's in there. Fine, he's in there. But as long as he's in there.
8 or 9.
Okay, he's in there though.
Maybe
he's
9.
in there though.
You know,
I don't agree with that, but he's in there.
Jeez. Anyway, back to the fraud. I think, like I said, after he left in 2019, he was injured. So I said, when he comes back, he's gonna prove to the world that he's a fraud. I've been calling him for years, and he just proved me right. So shout out to Kevin Durant for making not only me look great, making Steph look great. Because now the narrative have completely changed, and everyone knows that Steph Curry is a better player than Kevin Durant. I've been saying that since forever. 2016, OKC had, it's like people forget about this. In 2016, OKC had Warriors down 3-1. Watch those games, 5, 6, and 7. Kevin Durant was putrid.
Hold on, let's think about those games. Some outrageous shit happened when they went up. Dion Waiters was balling. Andre Roberson had 16 points one game. It was some outrageous shit happening in those couple of games.
Hey, they're basketball players on the team.
Yeah, but Andre Roberson hit like 3 threes. That should never happen. That should never happen.
If OKC won that series, I don't have a leg to stand on. But they didn't. They lost.
They lost the series, yes.
And then he joins the team that beat him. They win 2 chips. Thank you for those 2 chips, I guess. But I strongly believe they would have won at least one of those chips. So Steph would have 3. I'm not mad at that.
But getting back to KD's future, right? One, do you see him? Do you see him actually getting traded?
No.
So you think when the season starts of next year, he'll be a Brooklyn Net?
Yes. Mainly unless the Nets just like fold. Look, Gobert got what? 5 players, 4 picks or something.
It was 4 picks.
What's Kevin Durant gonna muster? You know what I'm saying?
Entirely too much.
And it's almost like he's ignorant to like trades. Like he doesn't know what's happening. If you go to the Suns, the Nets are gonna want D Book. They're not gonna just say, "Oh no, keep D Book for some scrubs on the bench."
I mean, I would take Aiden. Give me Aiden Bridges as a picks.
I need Aiden and D Book, and I need a bunch of picks, and I need some flunkies on the bench.
I'm not giving you Devin Booker.
I'm sorry, but that's Aiden is not enough, bro. He's just not enough.
I am somebody who thinks Aiden is the best player on the Suns, but that's a whole nother conversation. I think they just don't give him the ball enough. I don't. Again. You know I don't rock with Devin Booker the way you rock with Devin Booker. He's okay. He's Allen Houston 2.0.
Okay. I'm about to flip my desk over.
You from New York? You didn't. Whoa! You didn't fuck with Allen Houston?
I'm not.
They paid that man $100 million.
I was never. I grew up in the Michael Jordan era. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid when Michael Jordan was
my brother. Back to what I was saying though. You didn't fuck with Allen Houston?
Are you a Bulls fan?
No, I'm just from Chicago. So like Michael Jordan is just like my childhood. Michael Jordan, like come on, bro. Like I was raised on Michael Jordan. Like, but I don't rock with Devin Booker the way you rock with Devin Booker.
And you also said Jason Tatum was better
than Devin Booker. Yes, he is. He's better than Devin Booker.
Is he better than Jaylen Brown?
That is a great question.
Because you was talking big talk.
No.
But
I even have a tweet from like a year ago. It was like, are we sure Jason Tatum is someone better than Jaylen Brown? I'm not sure about that. Now I think both of them are playing out of position. I think both of them should be playing one spot up. I think Brown should really be a 3, and I think Tatum should really be a 4.
Tatum a 4?
He's fucking 6'10", 220. Look at the man.
He's not.
What you mean he ain't big? Look at the 4s in the league.
Giannis would destroy him.
Giannis would run over anyone. Okay, I skip Giannis. Who else?
I have Giannis in my top 10 all time, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. I have Giannis.
That's strong, but I'm not mad at that. I think it's a little premature, but I'm not mad at that. A little premature, but I'm not mad at that.
I think at this moment, if he wins another ring, it'll be tough to keep him out of maybe 5 or 6.
That's a lot right now, but I'm not mad at that.
Resume is he's 27 years old.
That's why I said it's a lot, but I'm not mad at that.
I'm a big Giannis fan as well. But yeah, back to the fraud.
So you think when the season starts of next year, he'll be there? Do you think Kyrie will be there?
See, Kyrie's an interesting puzzle because he never requested a trade. We're assuming he wants a trade. All he did was opt in and said he wants to run it back with his boy KD. The next day, KD requested a trade. So I think he does stay with the Nets next year. I mean, I want him on the Lakers. I want KD on the Suns with Devin Booker. I want the best scenario for Kevin Durant. Why? Because when he fails, I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't want to hear, oh, well, his shoe size is too big. Oh, well, COVID. Oh, well, Ben Simmons. I don't want to hear no excuses. Every time Kevin Durant loses, I hear excuses. I'm tired of that.
If you trade KD to the Suns, you kind of lose half of the Suns, but whatever.
Does he know that? Maybe you should tell him.
I don't.
Does he?
I don't know what. I don't know what. I honestly think KD be high. I think KD be in his house playing 2K, wild high, tweeting. That's what I think KD does. Get high and go to the gym and hoop.
Man, get that nigga out of here. No, KD, no disrespect, but you're not that guy, bro. You're just not. Steph is that guy. Giannis is that guy. Braun is that guy.
Why you roll your eyes when you?
Honestly, I like LeBron in Cleveland the minute he went to Miami.
You don't want the man to prosper, or did you just not like how he did it?
I think I never respect anyone chasing rings. I've always been that way. I just, even when Barkley went to the Rockets in 90, I think it was 96. He
was 35.
Yeah, but I didn't respect it.
Why? He was old. Why?
He wasn't, come on, old, stop.
He was like 34 years. He got drafted in fucking 84.
How old is Steph Curry?
33, 34.
He's 34. He just won.
He got about one good year left too. Elite year. He got about one elite year, but he got about 1-2 maximum elite years left.
Top 5 players in the league. That's 20, 30 and younger.
Top 5 players, 30 and younger.
Well, number one is Giannis, so let's move on.
Yeah, Giannis, Luka,
obviously.
Jokic.
From Denver?
What are you laughing for? What are you laughing for?
Jokic from Denver is top 5. Huh?
The fuck do you? What other center since Wilt Chamberlain has done shit Jokic has done? What's wrong with you? Embiid is in there too.
I respect Embiid.
You don't respect Jokic?
I don't.
He's a back-to-back MVP.
I think there was a narrative around Jokic, and
what was a narrative outside of he was averaging? What was the narrative?
You know what I'm saying?
White. He's white.
You're saying it, not me.
He's averaging 26, 13, and 8. I don't care if he's an alien. What the fuck?
What seed were they?
What?
What seed were they this year?
What were they? I think what seed were they?
They were the 6th seed.
Half his team is hurt.
Excuses.
G. They have 2 max players that didn't play. He proceeded to average. Listen, wait. He proceeded to average 26, 13, and 8 and shoot like 60% from the field. What the fuck do you mean?
Oh, that's nice. Nice numbers. I would have gave it to Embiid this year, personally.
Yeah, I feel you. But when Harden came over, it's kind of like, kind of dropped him off for people. I can understand why.
Jokic, and they wanted to give their guy.
He also literally did average 26, 13, and 8, though. Like, that really did happen.
How much did Embiid average?
Not 26, 13, and 8.
He averaged more points than him. I know that much.
He averaged more rebounds and everything else. And he averaged more blocks than him, though.
Credit Jokic for losing 2 players. Did Ben Simmons play this year?
Okay.
The second best player didn't play at all. Wow.
They traded him for James Harden midway through the year.
Whatever.
That did happen, didn't it? James Harden did come on midway through the year, right?
Anyway, so you got Jokic in your top 5. Who else? I haven't heard Tatum's name yet. Interesting.
Yeah, because Tatum, I'll put him in there, I guess, at number 5. But I'm trying to think who else is under 25 that I might not be.
30, under 30, not 25. 30.
Oh, yeah, under. I'm trying to think who else under 30.
How old is Anthony Davis?
How old is Anthony Davis? He might be, I think he might have just turned 30. I think he might have just turned 30. I'm not sure. Anthony Davis is 29 years old, so 80. I'll put 80 in there.
Yeah, I would not include AD, but
I would include Anthony. Like, come on, I would include AD. I think AD is better than Jason Tatum.
Steph used to get that nigga drunk. There's so many players that don't have a ring because of Steph. It's crazy. It's almost like the Jordan effect in the 90s. Chris Paul kicks his cat every morning because of Steph Curry.
Chris Paul kicks his cat because of Chris Paul.
Damian Lillard kicks his cat because of Steph Curry.
Damian Lillard would not be winning the ring regardless.
No, but at least, I think his best chance was 2019.
when they were up literally, yeah, and that was their fault that they lost like that. They were up 15 in every single game and proceeded to lose.
That's one of the greatest basketball, in my opinion, the second greatest basketball player of all time.
That is one of the most outrageous statements I've ever heard in my life. That is one of the most outrageous statements I've ever heard in my life. That is something crazy to say, but okay.
You've been conditioned to not like Steph Curry, which is
I literally said he's the second best point guard ever. What more do you want from me?
I want first best and I want top.
He's not better than Magic Johnson.
Only person, if Steph wins another ring, this is on my notes. If Steph wins another ring, only Michael Jordan can be mentioned in the same breath as Steph Curry.
That is a crazy thing to say, but okay, that's a crazy thing to say.
He wins another ring the same way he won this ring. Only Michael Jordan can be mentioned.
What is the same way he won this ring? I think you give way too much credit to Steph Curry and not credit to their defense, which is really why they won.
Is that why they won Game 4?
Yes, actually, the biggest plays of the game came from Draymond Green.
He was on the bench.
Gee, the fucking rebound and pass of Looney was the biggest play of the game.
Oh my God. Nope.
The defense is why they won. Klay Thompson stepped up. Jaylen Brown couldn't score no more. Yes, Steph did his job, which was to score.
He did his job. He scored 43 points.
Okay, but that's not why they won the game. The Celtics were literally like, we're going to let you score. We don't think you can beat us. But they got their ass D'd up, and fucking Jason Tatum decided he wanted to shoot 22% from the field.
So this defense that baby Kevin Durant couldn't baby Steph. Interesting.
It's a different fucking team. And also, again, the reason why they won, the reason why the Nets lost was because they couldn't defend. They lost the series, I think, by a total of 20 points. That's not offense, that's the issue, it's defense.
Then why did everyone have them in the finals winning it all? They didn't play defense.
Fuck everybody. Everybody's dumb. Everybody looks at names and picks people. I never had them there. I never had them beating Boston. I thought the Nets would lose to whoever they played in the first round. That was a top seed because they can't guard anyone.
Interesting.
They can't guard anyone. I don't think you are giving enough credit to the Warriors defense. The Warriors defense is listen. The Warriors defense is really why they won. Yes, Steph was cute. All the points was dope. The Warriors defense is why they won. Man. Did you not see what Andrew Wiggins was doing? Draymond didn't play as bad as y'all think he played. Kevon Looney was excellent.
At one point, Draymond had more fouls than points.
He was being aggressive. I never thought Draymond was hurting. Listen, I never thought Draymond was hurting his team. He was being aggressive.
Stop, man. Stop. He in that same podcast where he said that egregious thing about Kevin DeFraud, he said he was rattled by the crowd. And he thanks Steph Curry for, I guess, being the big brother, I guess. Like,
he still had the biggest play of the game. And he still had the biggest play of the game.
Okay. You know, one day you're going to respect Steph. I don't know when it's going to be.
Bro, what more do you want from me?
I want you to say he's the greatest player of all time. I'm joking. I'm fucking with you. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check my notes. I got a couple more.
What's up? What you got for me?
Let me see. Oh yeah, so yeah, I want to talk about just like kind of like you growing up with the NBA. When you grew up, who was your favorite players outside of like Jordan and all that stuff? Is there any other players you liked outside of the Bulls? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Allen Iverson. Iverson was probably my like after Mike, it was probably AI.
My next statement, man. Oof. Huh? Not gonna like my next statement, man.
What's your next statement?
Overrated, man.
Okay, he was. Looking back on it, he was.
Thank you.
Nah, he was. He's fine. He was fine.
But he 2001 and think that was his whole career. It wasn't.
Facts. Nah, like when you actually look at his, facts. Like he shot like he was a very inefficient scorer. He was shooting 39% from the field. That's actually insane. That's actually crazy.
I respect him more off the court than on, and a lot of people get angry because
But I will say this. I do think that Iverson is the reason why you could get a Steph Curry. I think that Iverson was the first time you ever saw a team built really truly around a small scoring guard that went to the finals.
What year were you born?
1991.
2 years prior to that, who won the NBA championship?
Yeah, but see, I don't think that team is as built around Isaiah Thomas as you think. I think that team is built around defense. Honestly, even though 16 was technically built around defense. And Isaiah, I don't consider Isaiah a scoring guard. He could score. I don't consider him a scoring guard.
What do you have Isaiah in all time in your point guard list?
Probably fourth.
Who's third?
Oscar Robertson.
Yo, Pav, you were born an hour ago. You're talking about players 60 years ago. What are we doing?
See, history didn't start from when I was born, brother. History is history.
Robertson? How many championships does he have?
I think what, 1, 2?
One. Does he have one?
Yeah.
I think
MVP though.
How many
Triple-double. Triple-double.
Triple doubles mean nothing anymore. Westbrook has like 7 of them.
He's the only one who can do it. Can't nobody else do it.
Oh my God. Oscar Robertson. Give me a break with that guy.
And then obviously Bob Cousy after that, but you're not gonna like that.
Yo.
What are we doing? Like, bro, history does not start from when I was born. History is history.
Oh man, I guess. I don't have none of those players you named anywhere in my top 10.
Of course you don't. That's fine because you're not respecting the past. But history is history.
No, I respect the past. I just think that there's
Steph Curry just passed Bob Cousy to me.
Stop.
He just passed Bob Cousy.
There's a fairy tale. The reason why Jordan's still always going to be the GOAT, footage. There's
footage of Bob Cousy. What the fuck?
Stop. There's footage of Michael Jordan losing to the Pistons, and then the following year sweeping them. Footage. Do you think Will scored 100 points in a basketball game? True.
Yes, I do.
Come on, man. What are we doing?
Why couldn't he score 100 points in a basketball game?
That's just something I don't believe. Just like us landing on the moon.
Number one, you realize the pace, I think, was much faster back then. So there were technically more possessions in the game. I think in like the early 60s, if I'm not mistaken. Also, you realize Wilt Chamberlain might be the best athlete to ever play in the NBA, even to this day.
Yeah.
2 and 4 MVPs. You wanna know why he has 2 championships? Because Bill Russell has fucking 11.
If he is who he say he is, he beats Bill Russell more than at least.
Yeah, why? But Bill Russell, yeah, I feel you. But like I had Bill Russell ranked higher than Wilt Chamberlain. Also, Bill Russell was an Olympic level athlete, which people don't give Bill Russell credit for in the fucking 60s. Bob Cousy, wait. You realize Bob Cousy invented the fast break?
We're talking about Bob Cousy on
the listen. You realize he invented running and dribbling full speed. Can you imagine if you never saw somebody run and dribble full speed and you see somebody run full speed and dribble? He was doing behind the back passes, the shit Magic was doing in the fucking 50s and 60s.
Where do you have Jason Kidd on your list of point guards?
He's definitely top 10. For sure, he's top 10.
I think Jason Kidd's better than Iverson to me. I think
okay.
Jason Kidd because he didn't win in New Jersey, but that he helped the Nets in 2011. Man. I also have Dirk top 10. Do I have Dirk top 10? No.
All time?
No, I don't. I have
Dirk Nowitzki top 10 all time.
I made a list of top 10 players that's better than Durant.
You really don't like Kevin Durant?
No, it's not that I don't like Kevin Durant. I just feel like it's like someone telling you bologna is great. You're just like, it's not though. And people are like, no, it's better than steak. It's better than, and you're just like, but it's not. It's not though. But no one has eaten bologna yet. They're just seeing it on a plate. Then they eat it. They're like, this is disgusting. I'm like, I've been telling you this for 10 years. He was never that guy. Yo. He never was going to be that guy.
I think, listen.
He went to the finals in 2012 and got babied.
He wasn't, listen.
The same team. I think if the Heat played the Warriors if the Heat in 2012 played the Warriors in 2015, I think that goes 6 to 7 games.
I mean, that went technically 5. I mean, that went 5. It could have went 6. It was like, remember the foul call later in the game? It could have went 6 games.
See, that's more excuses.
I also don't know about that. Like, that was a different level of LeBron James. That was cyborg LeBron James.
It was 1 year removed from the Heat when he in 2015. It's not like it was like 10 years. It was 1 year removed.
Yeah, but it was still do you remember that year though? Bron had back problems. Remember, because maybe he took the sabbatical. I'm saying he did
sabbatical because he needed a break. What are we doing?
Because he had fucking back problems, bro.
He has back problems. He spends $8 million a year. They tell me all the time he spends $8 million a year on his body. Now
that don't mean has that stopped him the past 3 years from getting fucking hurt?
I think he got hurt in 2019. That's a groin pull. That's what I'm saying.
He tore his groin.
His ankle got injured because someone literally fell on the man.
Play style, but yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Why he got injured this year? I forget.
It was like ab muscle and like knee soreness, shit like that. Stuff that happens to you when you get old.
I didn't think those things are freak accidents. You know what I'm saying? I think.
No, I think some of that is called I'm old now.
So you don't have the Lakers. Where you have the Lakers this year?
They'll make the playoffs, maybe.
Wow.
That's it.
They're not making the playoffs.
That's fair. I'm not.
Whatever
Listen,
team Durant goes to doesn't make the playoffs. And Kyrie.
Whatever team KD goes who doesn't make the playoffs
does not make the playoffs.
Okay, now we're lying. We're lying now. Now we're lying. Now we're lying. As far as Kyrie, if he gets traded to the Lakers, I don't think it moves the needle as much as people think it moves the needle. Personally,
you don't? Wow, I'm shocked.
No, because like again, like if this was LeBron, however many years ago, sure, but this is not LeBron. However, this isn't even Kyrie, however many years ago. Also, we have seen no evidence of these guys over the past 3 to 4 years. AD included, LeBron included, Kyrie included, being able to actually be on the floor.
I can't argue injuries. I can't argue.
So we haven't even seen evidence like of them going out there playing 70 games. I don't think Kyrie's played 70 games one time.
Is a good excuse for why a team loses?
No, but it's a help. But it helps. I think the Lakers would have made the playoffs this year, quote unquote, if healthy. But at the same time, they missed the play-in. But at the same time, they missed the play-in by 5 games.
So in 2016, Steph got injured. He had a knee injury in the playoffs.
Okay.
That was not an excuse. That was not an excuse for why they lost in the final.
But it helps.
Okay. At least you're being fair.
It helps. But again, look, things happen. In 1996, right? Hold on, wait. 96, when the Bulls swept the Magic. Do you know the Magic were hurt? You know Horace Grant was hurt. You know Nick Anderson was hurt. They all died after game 2.
Did Shaq and Anthony Hardaway play?
Okay. You want to know the reason why they won a year before? Was because fucking Horace Grant averaged 20 points on 60% shooting.
In 1995, what sport was Michael Jordan playing?
That ain't why he lost. The reason why he lost was because Dennis Rodman wasn't on that team to stop Horace Grant from averaging 20 points on 60% shooting.
We're doing that thing again. We're not supposed to talk about that guy. We're not supposed to talk about that guy.
What guy?
We're not supposed to say his name. Jordan.
I'm just saying, baseball is the day. Michael Jordan averaged 30 points in that series. That ain't got shit to do with baseball. He's got his ass whooped. Horace Grant was out there whooping ass. They ain't had nothing to do with baseball.
Well, the Bulls dynasty, the second time around, is because of Dennis Rodman.
It helps a whole hell of a lot.
In '98, who won the league MVP?
That's dope.
How old was he?
He was like 30. He was younger than Steph is right now, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
He's 35 years old.
Okay, that's incredible.
When people tell me, "Oh, people are old," like that, it doesn't mean anything to me.
And then he retired.
He retired.
And then did you see Michael Jordan? Did you see Michael Jordan when he came back at 38? He was still solid.
Yeah, he never played basketball in the Wizards to me. That never happened.
No, it happened.
Nah, it never happened.
I got the jersey in my closet right now.
Burn it.
Throwback. I ain't burning it. I love the jersey. Great, beautiful jersey.
Burn it.
Beautiful jersey.
Disrespect to Michael Jordan. Anyway, my original point is that we can't make excuses for one person, but then when another person is like, well, things happen. Like, no, injuries happen, but it doesn't mean anything. Because do the Celtics beat the Bucks with Middleton plays?
I don't think so.
But it doesn't matter. They beat them.
It doesn't matter. Like every year, somebody gets hurt. Every year,
they were fucking depleted. Who? Does anyone care? They still went to 7 games. That's why I knew the Warriors were gonna win.
Where did he really? Who wasn't there?
What's name didn't play a lot of games? Kyle Lowry.
Did he need to play a lot of games? Did you see Kyle Lowry? Did he need to play?
Tyler Hero was obviously hobbled. Jimmy Butler missed the game. Like it wasn't like they were 100%. That's what I'm saying. I'm not using that as an excuse, but I thought the Celtics should have swept the Heat if they were serious.
That wasn't gonna happen.
If they were,
that wasn't gonna happen.
Tatum is not your guy anymore. You don't have Tatum is not top whatever.
No, I don't. Not. Hold on, make my thing. I'm not that convinced on Jason Tatum. I'm just really not convinced on that. I'm not really convinced over anybody under 25 outside of Luka. That is the only young player I am 1,000% convinced on is Luka Doncic. Everybody else, the jury is very still out.
Under 25, you said, right?
Yes, Luka is the only one I'm like, yeah, he one of them ones. Jason Tatum might be Paul George. I love Paul George. Shout out PG. Covered him many years. But Jason Tatum might be Paul George.
Damn, I'm trying to combat that. I don't know if I can. That's tough, yo. That's tough.
Luka is the only one, the younger guy that I want. Ja, shout out Ja. Love Ja. He got to last. Devin Booker, not convinced. Donovan Mitchell, bye. We can keep naming people.
My issue with Ja Morant is
who just got a max extension, by the way. Shout out, Ja.
Did he really? Wow.
Yeah, he got a yeah. I mean, have you seen the money they handing out over the past 5 days?
Zion, what, $190 million?
Yeah, but how you gonna not pay Zion though?
He doesn't play.
I'm sure they put some stipulations in his contract.
No, I think the way the league's going, I guess this could be the financial part of the pod. For all of those that don't know, I'm a financial advisor.
He's a financial advisor.
I just feel like the way the league is, everything has a trickle-down effect, right? And I'll use this as a perfect example. When the pandemic first happened, the government decided to give people free money. At the time, that was genius because no one was working. Money needs to, in order for this economy to keep going, money needs to keep flowing. Which is why there are no commercials about you saving money. You will never see more than one commercial per day about you saving money because the country will not survive if you save your money. They need you to spend, right?
Fact.
So like, all right, let's give these people money. These people mean everyone, not black or white. The problem with that is you're giving people free money for a year. And once you condition people that they're going to get money free every week, they're going to expect this. Once you cut them off, the economy is going to take a hit. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, this is what's going to happen where players, Zion getting $190 million for playing, what, 80 games, I think, total?
I think it's like
that's going to have a ripple effect because players are going to be like, well, if he's getting money for barely playing, I should be making double what he's making for playing X amount, and then the cap is just gonna get blown up. We're gonna get locked out.
We're gonna get locked out. We're gonna get like
lockout is what we're going through right now in the economy. Right now,
no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm not there are certain deals. Bradley Beal, shout out Bradley Beal. Never gonna ridicule a black man for getting his money, but they gave Bradley Beal $250 million.
I don't know if I'm a true capitalist. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you, because I think true capitalist means you have more respect, money over people. I'm a people person first. But so I'm not mad he got his money, but there has to be context. You know what I'm saying? Money, again, has a trickle effect. You give Bradley Beal $250, the Wizards are never going to see the play. $260.
They're never going to see the
playoffs. So why are you giving him so much money? And it's not like the Wizards are like a great team that people want to see. Their tickets are dirt cheap. So why are you giving him $250 million? You know, I think that's going to have a trickle effect, and the next CBA is going to be ugly.
Oh, the next CBA is going to be ugly.
And
next
I feel
CBA,
people are going to pay for the crimes that this current.
I completely agree. I think Kyrie's situation is going to be looked at. You got people like before it was like, people would demand trades with a year left on their deal. Right. Kevin Durant signed an extension in the middle of last season, and this summer is saying he wants to be traded with 4 years left on his deal. Ben Simmons, now granted, obviously, I always thought Ben Simmons was actually hurt. When he had surgery, I thought he was always hurt.
Yeah, see, I thought his was more mental. After he got back surgery, I was like, this guy wasn't fucking around.
Nah. Like, if you remember the original reason as to why Ben Simmons was out is because originally he had back problems. Then it turned into mental, then it turned to everything else. Yada, yada. But I always thought Ben Simmons was actually hurt. But some of the deals, I mean, Cat got 224. I think Ja got $200 million.
Gobert got like 180?
Got another, huh?
Gobert got what, 180, something like that? Did he get an extension?
Yeah, but that was like a couple years ago. And Gobert, I'm somebody who think Gobert deserves his money. Like you won 45th Player of the Years. How many people have won that?
In my opinion, this is going to be whatever.
He's a Hall of Famer, right?
Not in my Hall of Fame.
Well, he gonna be in the Hall of Fame. It ain't.
Based on if they can win you rings. Goldberg is not winning any.
I disagree with that.
Rings. Yeah.
I thoroughly disagree with that. I think Goldberg's defense is good enough to anchor it. Because I've seen it. Goldberg's defense without any other, literally, Gobert was anchoring a top 10 defense without anybody else who made an all defensive team. Donovan Mitchell created generational wealth for Jalen Brunson. And Rudy Gobert was still winning defensive MVPs in front of him.
Brunson showed his ass in that Utah.
Literally, at least $10 million of that Knicks deal should go straight to Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, the Knicks. Let me tell you something about the Knicks. Because I live in New York and I frequent Knicks games all the time. I mean, it's only I don't really see I've been to Barclays. I actually saw Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving play a basketball game together.
That is shocking.
In May 2021, Shout out my sister Kim. We went to see the Nets play. I think it was the Bulls, and I watched all three of them men play together. And I remember telling her like, "Yo, they might run off a couple chips." You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I didn't know what was going to happen, but those three played incredible. But I don't really go to Barclays like that. So when I go to Knicks games, I saw the Knicks play the Phoenix and Utah. Speaking of, and like the Knicks have a Julius Randle problem.
But I think Jalen Brunson helps all of that out.
Nah, man. The problem with the Knicks is Julius Randle thinks
what he's Kevin Durant.
Right. He wants to be like, yo, I can carry a team. The team needs to go through RJ. And I think the Knicks should trade for Donovan Mitchell. What I hope, and I hope that there's a dark horse trade, they somehow get Donovan Mitchell on their team. I think the Jazz are tanking or whatever.
What is Donovan Mitchell going to do on the Knicks?
Huh?
What is Donovan Mitchell going to do on the Knicks?
Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brunson, RJ, and a bunch of pieces. I think they have a good dynamic. Personally,
that is a fix.
I'm not a Knicks fan. I've never been a Knicks fan ever. But
that is a play-in game.
Oh my God, you have no respect for Donovan. I actually like Donovan Mitchell.
I think he's Monte Ellis 2022.
Monte Ellis almost ruined Steph Curry's career.
But Monte was nice. Was he not?
I guess.
Look at his numbers and pull him.
Like Devin Booker, so I don't think you know what talent looks like on screen.
I think we're talking about winning championships. I don't think there is anything Donovan Mitchell does great enough to be able to be like, yo, I'm gonna build my team around this. My thing with Rudy Gobert is my thing with Rudy Gobert is he is probably the best paint defender in the NBA. That's what he is.
I think he's a better defender than Giannis.
I said he's probably. If you want to take Giannis above him, whatever, fine. But we're talking about Giannis. I think Rudy Gobert's defense is at that level when it comes to in the paint. He is arguably the best.
Because I'm about to say when he gets out of that paint, he's fooled, yo.
Yeah, but I don't think he's as fooled as people think he is. I think that's what happens when my teammates can't fucking guard nobody. I shouldn't have to cover for everybody.
Do you have a team or a player you follow? Like like me or Steph. Like everyone knows Steph.
LeBron.
Okay.
LeBron's my guy.
A number two?
Huh?
You don't have like a number two, a guy that you like, I really fuck with that guy? You just want to see.
I'm still trying to figure that part out. Like with
in this I confront the league is in really great hands right now. I think
it is.
Probably the most talent ever across the board.
I don't know about that, but okay.
What's the best year of the league? Pat, what are you gonna say? 81? Come on, man. Stop.
I mean, how are we quantifying this?
I think when the season started, we did not know who was going to win a championship. Realistically, I
don't think that's true.
You go back to the 80s, it was Lakers or the
still like that, bro.
Not really.
It's literally not like go back to 2000. Not that many teams win championships, bro.
Yeah,
not that many organizations win championships.
It was the Lakers and the Spurs in the early 2000s, right?
Exactly. And right now it's been like whatever team LeBron is on and the Warriors. Wow. If you pull up since 2010, it's been whatever team LeBron has been on. The Spurs still there, and the Warriors, and then the Raptors won one, and then the Bucks won one. Like there's not like that many people. And the Mavs. The seven, but again, who's there every year? LeBron.
Was he there last year? Was he there this year?
No, but it's past his prime now.
Listen, 19.
Listen, the 70s are the only time in which you actually saw true parity.
I don't know what the 70s are, bro.
Listen,
what are the 70s? What are we talking about?
Listen, there was no repeat champion, and for the most part, somebody new made the finals pretty much every year.
The crazy part is I should rate the 70s because that's the last time the Knicks won were ever relevant, but I could care less about that. The Knicks should have won 94. I say that all the time.
They should have, but Hakeem Olajuwon was whooping Patrick Ewing ass.
You don't have Hakeem in your top 10 or top 20? You don't have
he's in my he's in my top 10.
You know what I love about this, yo? This top 10 argument is that Steph Curry is the reason why we've been having this conversation. Yo. Think about it. There was no top 10 conversations like this until Steph won.
That is not true. That is so not true. There was a top 10 conversation every single day, bro.
Not like this, yo.
Yes, it is. Because people was trying to put Kevin Durant in the fucking top. Like, look, after every finals, there was a top 10 debate.
They had a top 10 debate last year when Giannis won the finals? No top 10 debate last year.
But I did see people start to say Giannis is the greatest power forward ever.
Duncan is probably
Duncan's still there for me, but
Yeah.
I'm not mad about putting Giannis number 2.
And the thing I like about Duncan is that people say compare him to Steph. I don't know if I like that. But
Yo, what's up with you and Steph, bro? I don't understand.
see, and I'm gonna go to my origin about my Steph obsession.
Please do. I want to hear this.
My father, it really comes from my pops. If I'm being completely honest with you, my pops is obsessed with college basketball. You know what I'm saying? He's the reason why I knew who Allen Iverson was in Georgetown.
Okay.
I remember he was like, "Yo, he said, "Yo, you should watch the games with me." And I'm like, "All right." So he's like, "Yo, there's this kid in Davidson. He's a great shooter." I'm like, "The fuck is Davidson?" So I'm at his crib and we watch. It was the same game that LeBron was at the game.
Yeah. It was like Bron, Russ, and all them at the game.
And I remember saying, like, I remember watching that game, like, yo, if this guy gets into the league, when he gets into the league, he's gonna be my next guy. You know what I'm saying? Because around 2010 was around the end of the Lakers Kobe thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a Kobe guy as well. So I'm like, all right, after Kobe, I was not a LeBron guy ever. So I'm like, all right, Steph is gonna be my guy. I'm just gonna follow him from the beginning. Then he got drafted, and people were shitting on him. You know what I'm saying? He was too small, doesn't play defense, reckless with the basketball, can't win a championship shooting jump shot. I remember all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Jump shot still is not why the Warriors be winning championships, but I just want to throw that out there. They've had a top 5 defense every time they won, bro. The one time they didn't was when they were 11, when they got smoked by the Raptors, who I thought the Raptors was going to win regardless, even if KD played. But continue.
Yo, Pav, you drinking, yo? What's over there in your cup?
Water. You realize, I don't even think their offensive rating is even like the highest. Like I think people overrate their offense a little bit. Their defense is actually all-time great.
Okay. Okay. Can I finish with my stuff?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So his first couple of years, obviously, he had the ankle injuries. You know what I'm saying? Then they had the rift with Monty Ellis. Mm-hmm. Then they got Clay and they got Draymond. People don't remember. My first time talking about stuff in my group chats was 2013 playoffs. First round, they played the Denver Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets, I remember that.
I think they were the 6th seed. Denver was a 3rd seed. And I remember telling my group chat, yo, watch the Warriors. They're going to win this series, yo. Niggas laugh. Warriors, please. They smoked them. I think they smoked them in 5 or 6. I think it was 6 games. Then they played the Spurs in game 1.
You remember that game? Yeah, I remember.
Steph put the pressure on Tony Parker. They lost because Ginobili hit a wide open 3-pointer. That's fine. They lost that series. That's fine. 2014 lost first round against the Clippers. I think it was
in 7. Yeah, in 7 right. To the Clippers.
Then they got Steve Kerr. And my man Rick would attest to this. In my group chat, 2014 summer, beginning of the playoffs, beginning of the season, I said, Warriors winning the chip. Nigga, everyone laughed. Put on Twitter, niggas just laugh at me. I'm like, yo, trust me, they're going to win the chip. They got the pieces they needed. And just to watch his ascension has been amazing. Now, 2016, I took my blows because I have no excuse for the 2016 finals. I don't have none for you. Was he injured? Maybe. But I don't use that as a good excuse.
It was more than just that, but I feel you.
Then they get Kevin Durant. And the narrative change. It's Kevin Durant's Warriors team. And it fucking ate me up. So when he left, I was the only person like, yo, I'm happy he left. And everyone
said, I was mad people that was happy. Like everybody who was a Steph fan was so happy KD left.
Everyone was like, yo, the Warriors are done. KD.
I never said that.
No. Apparently you see me smarter than I give you credit for.
I never said that. I remember sitting on the same podcast saying the Warriors are retooling. They'll probably suck the next 2 years. They'll be back. Steph is young enough where he'll still have 2 to 3 prime years left. They'll be back.
2 to 3.
He's fucking 35. G. He can't do this forever.
34. And he turned 34 in March. Turned 34 in March. So
he has about 1 to 2 prime years left.
I'll give him 3.
I don't know about 3. That's 37 years old, small guard with ankle issues. I don't know about 3.
He hasn't had ankle issues since 2012.
Just saying, he is also a guy who historically has been hurt. He missed fucking the last 20 games of this season.
Anyway, someone fell on him.
These are things that happen when you play that far away from the rim. People tend to fall on you and dive on you and shit like that.
Anyway,
which is why guards don't usually last that long. It's a lot of running up and down the court. Anyway. How many 37-year-old superstar guards do you see? Don't usually happen like that.
You're gonna see 1 3 years from now. Okay. Anyway, so ever since Kevin Durant left, he's been my enemy number one. My love affair, my respect for Bron has grown, and I'm biased because he has shown Steph the respect. And I felt like when people were putting Bron versus KD, it's really Bron versus Steph, in my opinion. Now the fact that Bron has given Steph his flowers, I think everyone else has, which is weird to me. But either way, I'm happy he's getting his flowers. And I think when he retires, hopefully another 4 years, he'll be 2 of all time.
No.
Or 5. He'll be top 5.
It's possible. I'm not gonna say it's not possible. It's possible.
And when Durant fails next year again, can't wait.
Fair. But we can leave it there. Pitt, it's been incredible having you on, man. It's been very, very fun. We have to do this again soon. We have to.
And we got to do like a financial centric pod as well.
For sure.
I am, and we could definitely end on this, but I'm kind of scared where we're headed financially. Not just as like a race thing, but as a country. Also want to talk about the race thing as well, like what we can do with Black people as well. Because most of my clients are Black. Most of my clients are people that I know through word of mouth. But I've obviously helped all races. But I just feel like there's steps we can take financially, we meaning collective, that we can rise above. And I'm a little scared of where we're headed. So I'll definitely be open to that. I've done a financial podcast in the past, but that was before the pandemic and before this inflation stuff. So there's a couple things I would like to touch on. You know what I'm saying?
100%. That would be incredible. I think financial literacy is something that even when you think you know something, you can always know more.
Yeah, my goal is to teach seminars across the country in high schools. And I'll leave on, we can end on this. They don't want, I was told this. Probably shouldn't say this, but fuck it. I've been trying to get into high school since I think 2018. And I have there's networks I have. And they were like, yeah, well, they rather teach sex education in Black communities, because if they teach Black kids about taxes, interest rates, they don't take out ridiculous loans to go to college because that interrupts their system. But fuck it. You know what I'm saying? We can't, just because the system's built, then we can't break it, right? So
for sure.
Yeah, so yeah, we can definitely always talk about hoops, and I definitely want to do another hoops pod at the beginning of this season. But yeah, if we can do like a financial one, you can want to be 30 minutes, don't have to be long, because people think
we'll figure it out. For sure. We'll figure it out.
Well, this is a pleasure, man. Swing me the link, and Steph is the second greatest basketball player of all time behind Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Yeah, all right. I'll see you, man.
All right, bro.
My dog. Well, yeah, that was fun. It's been Hoops and Brews. We'll get up with y'all next week. Recap free agency. I'm sure there'll be, some more things going on. I'm sure, wherever KD goes, if KD goes anywhere, more trades can happen. We'll be back. My man Joe will be back next week. But it's been Hoops and Brews. Shout out y'all, man. Appreciate you.